In modern warfare, few machines command the battlefield with the same authority as the main battle tank. Massive, powerful, and relentlessly intimidating, these armored giants are more than just vehicles, they are symbols of dominance, survival, and technological evolution. From the thunder of their cannons to the deep growl of their engines, main battle tanks represent the peak of land combat engineering, designed to fight, survive, and win in the harshest environments on Earth. The story of main battle tanks begins with a simple idea: combine firepower, armor, and mobility into a single, versatile platform. Earlier wars separated these roles into different vehicles, but as technology advanced, militaries realized that a single armored system capable of engaging enemy tanks, infantry, and fortifications would be far more effective. This realization gave birth to what we now call the main battle tank, or MBT, a machine built to dominate the front lines. At the heart of every main battle tank is its firepower. The tank's main gun is its defining feature, often a large-caliber smoothbore or rifled cannon capable of firing a wide range of ammunition. Armor-piercing rounds are designed to punch through the thick steel and composite armor of enemy tanks, while high-explosive shells can destroy bunkers, buildings, and concentrations of infantry. Modern tanks also fire advanced rounds that use depleted uranium or tungsten penetrators, traveling at incredible speeds to defeat even the most heavily armored targets. But raw firepower alone is not enough. Accuracy is just as critical, and this is where modern technology transforms tanks into precision weapons. Advanced fire control systems allow crews to detect, track, and engage targets while moving at high speed. Thermal imaging sights enable tanks to see through darkness, smoke, and fog, turning night into an advantage rather than a limitation. Laser rangefinders calculate exact distances in milliseconds, ensuring that the first shot has the highest possible chance of hitting its target. In tank warfare, the crew that fires first, and accurately, often survives. Equally important is protection. A main battle tank is designed to take hits and keep fighting. Early tanks relied on thick steel armor, but modern MBTs use complex composite armor made from layers of steel, ceramics, and other classified materials. This layered approach helps defeat different types of threats, from kinetic energy penetrators to shaped charge warheads. Some tanks also use explosive reactive armor, which detonates outward when struck, disrupting incoming projectiles before they can penetrate the main hull. In recent years, protection has gone beyond passive armor. Active protection systems represent a new era in tank defense. These systems detect incoming missiles or rockets and destroy them midair using interceptors or directed blasts. Instead of simply absorbing damage, tanks can now actively defend themselves, increasing survivability against modern anti-tank weapons that are lighter, cheaper, and widely available on the battlefield. Despite their massive weight, main battle tanks are surprisingly mobile. Powerful engines, often producing over 1,000 horsepower, allow these vehicles to move quickly across rough terrain, deserts, snow, and mud. Advanced suspension systems help maintain stability while firing on the move, giving tanks the ability to engage targets without stopping. Mobility is crucial because a tank that cannot reposition, retreat, or exploit breakthroughs becomes vulnerable, no matter how thick its armor may be. The crew is the human core of the machine. Typically consisting of 3 or 4 soldiers, a commander, gunner, loader, and driver, the effectiveness of a main battle tank depends heavily on training, coordination, and decision-making under pressure. The commander acts as the eyes and brain of the tank, scanning the battlefield and issuing orders. The gunner operates the main weapon with precision, while the driver maneuvers the tank through dangerous terrain. In some modern tanks, automated loaders replace the human loader, reducing crew size and allowing for smaller turret designs. Different nations have developed their own philosophies around main battle tanks, reflecting their military doctrines and strategic needs. Some focus on heavy armor and survivability, prioritizing protection above all else. Others emphasize mobility and speed, creating tanks that can rapidly deploy and strike before the enemy can respond. Despite these differences, all main battle tanks share the same core mission: to dominate ground combat and support combined arms operations. On the battlefield, tanks rarely fight alone. They operate as part of a combined force, working closely with infantry, artillery, aircraft, and drones. Infantry protects tanks from close-range threats, especially in urban environments where anti-tank teams can hide in buildings and narrow streets. Artillery and air support suppress enemy defenses, allowing tanks to advance. Modern warfare has shown that tanks are most effective when integrated into a larger, coordinated system rather than acting independently. Urban combat has posed new challenges for main battle tanks. Cities restrict movement, limit visibility, and expose tanks to attacks from above and from close range. In response, modern tanks have been upgraded with better situational awareness systems, including external cameras that provide a 360-degree view of the surroundings. Some tanks are also equipped with remote-controlled machine guns, allowing crews to engage threats without exposing themselves. The psychological impact of main battle tanks cannot be underestimated. The sight of heavily armored vehicles advancing, the sound of their engines, and the shockwave of their main guns firing can break enemy morale before a shot is even exchanged. Throughout history, tanks have been used not only as weapons but also as tools of intimidation and deterrence, signaling power and resolve. As warfare continues to evolve, so too does the role of the main battle tank. Critics often question whether tanks are still relevant in an age of precision-guided missiles, drones, and cyber warfare. Yet modern conflicts repeatedly demonstrate that when properly supported and upgraded, tanks remain essential. They provide protected firepower that infantry alone cannot match and offer a mobile, survivable platform capable of holding ground once it has been taken. Looking to the future, main battle tanks are becoming smarter and more connected. Digital battle management systems allow tanks to share information with other units in real time, creating a networked battlefield where threats are detected and neutralized faster than ever before. Artificial intelligence is beginning to assist crews by prioritizing targets and managing sensor data, reducing cognitive load during intense combat situations. There is also growing interest in unmanned and optionally manned tanks. These future platforms could operate in extremely dangerous environments without risking crew lives, or work alongside manned tanks as robotic wingmen. While fully autonomous tanks are still a subject of debate, the direction of development suggests that automation will play an increasingly important role. Despite all these technological advancements, the core concept of the main battle tank remains unchanged. It is a weapon designed to survive, to fight, and to dominate. It represents the balance of firepower, protection, and mobility, a balance that has proven effective for decades. As long as nations require control of territory and decisive ground combat, main battle tanks will continue to roll across battlefields, adapting to new threats while retaining their fundamental purpose. In the end, the main battle tank is more than steel and machinery. It is the result of decades of combat experience, engineering innovation, and strategic thinking. It embodies humanity's relentless pursuit of battlefield superiority, standing as one of the most formidable creations ever built for war. And as long as conflicts are fought on land, the rumble of main battle tanks will remain a defining sound of modern warfare.